Hello everybody, happy Easter. I'm trying to work technology here, which I'm not good at. Anyway, let's do this. I gotta do it fast because the memory on my device is waxing and waning. Okay, so this is about edema, swelling in your feet and lower extremities. So we're gonna do a few exercises. Now this bike I got on Amazon. It is electric, so it's active assistive, and I do have no shoes on, I should say, so definitely use it with shoes. I hope you can see it. I'm sorry my film crew isn't here, so we're back up a little bit, but as you can see, I hope, you turn it on. So you definitely have to be careful, because if you touch there, it won't stop and you could really hurt yourself. So make sure whoever is using it has somebody to help them so they're safe. Safety is first. I like the lower speeds. It's giving you neuromuscular feedback, a reciprocal pattern. It's really good for your lower extremities. Another thing is QB. Sorry, in the background, the trash. Sorry, noisy. It's called a QB. It's an under desk. It's called under desk elliptical. That is not electric, but that's good if the person has problems like with bending their knees. So I really like this though. Okay, so the other thing, we're going to do some exercises. So set what you do when you're home, turn on a timer. Whoa. What was that? Oh, no worry. Sorry, turn on a timer. It's a crazy day. Happy Easter. Turn on a timer every 30 minutes approximately if you're just hanging out. Start stretching your leg, tighten the muscle here, and wave your foot like you're waving your toes and everything like that. Then make circles, hold it up. You can count to 20, you can say the alphabet, you can play a song, however you want to do it, just so that you keep doing it both feet. You could even just put on another little timer for a minute and just keep doing that. You could do both, you could do one at a time. That's for sitting, and then just stand up and hold on to something, a chair, and go up and down on your toes, and then go back on your heels and lift your toes up off the floor. So those are all good for that. Then lay down on your sofa, get a belt or even a towel. You're going to stretch your hamstrings a little bit, bend your knees, put your belt around your foot. Make sure your hip, if your hip is flexed up like that, it looks like, oh, I can lift my leg really high. Don't worry about that. Put your hip so that it's neutral. That you'll feel immediately it's stretching your hamstrings. Then your foot pushes against the belt. So you're getting a little resistance, and you're also getting the elevation. And so you can mix up all these different exercises. And then even if you do without the belt, even without straightening your knee, that's good too. Make sure to do both legs. And you can count, count, count. Keep going. And you can pause this video and just practice. If you want to use it also to stretch your hamstrings, that's good. But like I said, a lot of people cheat, and the hip and the pelvis kind of flex up. And then they think, oh, I'm so flexible. But no, if you put it in the right position, you'll feel the stretch right here. And it doesn't matter if you're all the way here or if you're over there. It's more important that your hip is in the right position. You're tightening this muscle here. And then you can hold your leg like this, or even with one hand, and push against. And also without. And if you don't have a belt, you can use a nice long towel. So either one is good. So those are some basic exercises. Seated, that's dancing. Seated, standing, heel raises, toe raises, and laying flat on your back with the belt or towel. Then we have, why I brought this, I hope I didn't break it. Okay, this is a cover. You can use this like, see it's nice and rounded. It's a gua sha tool. This is the one I got on Amazon. It's nice and rounded edge. So, you get your oil. Where's my oil? Well, you could use a little coconut oil. There's my oil on the floor. Take a little oil, not too much, not too little. And I actually did this already, and then I realized my camera ran out of memory, the card on it, so I wasn't happy. And I did a good job, and I realized, it didn't record. Ooh. Anyway, take the rounded edge and you just go up. Let's say the edema is here, or starting here, and on the bottom of the foot, so you just go up gently, not hard. You can slant the tool like that. Go on the bottom of the foot. You can do it for 2 minutes. You could do it for 5 minutes. Make sure you have enough oil though, because you're not getting friction on the skin. Where's that cover? You can use the cover if you don't have a gua sha tool. See, it's nice and rounded. Make sure you have enough oil, as I said, like a million times. The same thing. Up, up, up. You know, it doesn't have to be hard. And you can also use your hands, really. So you just go in an up direction, or you can use one hand in that up direction, the bottom of the foot, like that, up, up. And the 2 points I learned about, one is right here. Just gentle little circles with your finger or the tool or the cover. Count to 20. It should feel relaxing because it'll help relax. And another point on the bottom of the foot, right about there. If it feels a little sensitive, that's okay. Just lighten up the pressure and count to 20, nice and slow. All right, then the treat I have, which I can do again because guess what? I used kinesio tape, also known as kinesiology tape. I already used 2 pieces. That's where all the paper is on the floor. So these come already cut. If you get the kind that doesn't, just take it, like fold it like that and take a scissor and just round out the edges. Now remember, there's different types of kinesiology tape. They all have to be elastic, and there's one type I heard of, I never bought it. It says it has more cotton in it, so it's for skin that's a little more sensitive. See, this is what I did on the last one. So I took 2 of these. So I'm just going to give you the principles. And if you have the oil, you'll have to wipe off the oil and dry the skin, because this won't stick if there's oil. So take 2 strips about that. Now remember, it's stretchy. You always have to anchor it. So I started with this was the, did I do this for, no, I did this one first. Anyways, so what you do is you have to tear it right there. So you take off that little part so you can anchor it. So you anchor that part and make sure you rub it like that to make it stick, and the heat makes it really stick good. Then you take off the rest of the paper. So it's anchored like that. Then you give it a little stretch, not all the way, about 50% stretch, stretch, stretch. And you have to, of course, if you're doing it yourself, it's harder. Someone's doing it for you. So I'm stretching, I'm laying it down carefully as I'm stretching. So it's a little, you have to get used to doing it a few times, and you will learn how to do it without wrinkling it. And it's not the end of the world if it's a little wrinkled. And you're always rubbing as you lay it down, rub, 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 a little stretch, as I said, and then the anchor at the top part as well. So, see, mine's already coming off a little, and I just did it. So you really do have to rub it like that. Okay, so the first one went from under the foot, out, around, and up. So that's the first one. The second one, so I'm assuming the person has some edema on the bottom and some over here on top. So this next one, I anchored it here. So remember, you just tear off that, you stick down, rub it like that, so it's anchored. Then you take off the rest of the paper, so it's sticky. It's not super sticky, so it won't stick all over the place. And then you just give it a little stretch, start to lay it down. This one's anchored, so you don't have to keep holding it, and just rub it as you're laying it down, and then stop stretching when you get to that last little bit, and just lay that flat and really rub. And that, then it'll come out like this. And if you take a shower with this on, when you get out, because it's good for 3 days, probably even 4 if it's not bothering you. And you can always take it off. If it feels itchy, you don't like it, just take it off. Just blot it like that to dry it. So I know some people have very sensitive skin, so like I said, if it's itchy or bugging, just take it off. It's something to try. You can also try the pressure hose. And they don't need it. If you get the kind from, let's say, online or Amazon, they might ask you to measure like a circumference of the limb for the size, or they'll tell you how to measure, and they usually are the least amount of restriction, the least amount of pressure. And that's all you would need to help if you already have edema, or prevent edema, or decrease the risk of the swelling on the foot. So those are all the different ideas. The bike or the QB, the standing exercises where you're pumping your ankles and using a timer to remind yourself, do it throughout the day, including walking. You could just make a little routine. Timer goes off, walk, do the exercises, and then get back to whatever else you were doing. All right, because all of that will help. And then remember the one laying down on your back. That's a really good one. Find a belt or a nice long towel. And then the massage, you could do it. It's gua sha, which is from Chinese medicine, GUA space SHA. And you can use a smooth, rounded tool or the cap, or you can just use your hands too for the massage. So those are all really good things. Sometimes even soaking feet in magnesium, which is the Epsom salts. Just warm water, not hot, just like, neutral warmth, which is about the temperature of your feet. And if you do the gua sha, remember to use some type of oil or moisturizer, because it should glide, but not too much, so just the right amount. Anyway, I hope you have a nice Easter. Maybe see you in person real soon. Thank you. Take care.